Welcome back to another episode of South by East podcast where we discuss music, culture, and everything in between. Braille, what do we have today?
Oh, it's a beautiful intersection. Actually, we have someone who is a really dope artist, but has been going on a tear in the podcast world, hitting some great topics. Jackie Hill Perry in her podcast with her husband, hitting this piece here where they're really talking about resiliency. And specifically, she says she makes some bold claims that Jesus might have had to slide out of the crowd on. So people might have picked up some stones on when she talks about how the way we handle conflict and hard situations in our lives or don't handle them indicates how much we do or don't love Christ. Let's jump into this clip.
Ooh.
If you want to give up, I am trying to say that it means that you love yourself more than God. Woo! Jesus said to the disciples, I have food to eat that you know not of. Meaning he has some type of inner satisfaction simply by doing what his God told him to do. I think when you come against persecution, when you come against difficulty, when you come against circumstances that feel too hard and you have that temptation to give up, I think that is when you are rubbing against the degree of love that you actually have.
That's really good. Wow.
So I think that is when you have to ask the question, Lord, I don't think I love you enough to do your will in this way. That's when I need dependence. So it's
Cancel her. Stone her.
Lord.
I need somebody without sin to pick up that.
Oh.
Fam.
That made my eyes and ears hurt. Oh.
That's heavy. And I was like, even if I just want to give up, like
When you want to give up, that means you love yourself
more than you love God. And here's like the internal of me is like, well, is it just wanting to give up? And then she hits the next part she hit really, really connected for me when she was like, that's when you need to go to God and say, God, I don't know if I love you enough. Because I started thinking, I was like, well, Jesus, he wanted to give up. He asked for the cup to be passed. But then when she made that next part, I'm like, that's exactly what Jesus said. Jesus was like, I'm going to tell you where I'm at, and not my will, your will be done.
Jesus.
Give me the strength. Give me the strength to do it. I'm like, you know what? My mama named me Philip Michael Watson. Ain't no Jesus in there. Ain't no Jesus in there.
Man, look. The scriptures say that in this world you will have troubles, right?
Yes.
And man, we like those things are easy to quote and say, but when you're in the midst of them, man, and then in this work we do, every day is filled with hard conversations, hard talks, hard situations, and we've had real talks about like, man, I don't know if I'm built for this. I don't know if I'm built for this. I don't know if I want to do this no more.
I don't know if I want to do this. Right.
And here's and the truth was and is that like she's right, bro. Like that's what's hard about that is the times when I've wanted to give up is because I have said, see, I tried you and you don't work.
Right.
And so because you don't work, I have to take my life back.
I am not getting what I need. And I know what I need more than you. So I've got to go somewhere else to get.
Can I lean into that? And part of that is a lie too, right?
Yeah, it is a lie.
Really,
it is a lie.
Really, I'm not even talking about the broader statement. I'm going to target one word in there. Need. A lot of times it's I'm not getting what I want in this moment.
Yep.
And therefore it's the kid at the table who you've given all the other requests to, and the one time you have to say no, they decide that not only are they going to be mad that they don't get what they want, they're also going to ruin this experience for everyone else. And
I'd even push back on that a little bit because I think often when we talk about this, especially when we're not in that place in the moment, we make it to be like the most ridiculous illustration, right? And it's like, I don't even think it's that. Sometimes it's the kid at the table who it has been hard for, who has had to hear no, who has like sometimes the situation is a bad shake. Sometimes it is hard, and God is still providing you with what you need to move forward, and it's not what you want.
My deal is like, even for the kid who it has been hard, they're still at the table.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Like,
yes.
So I had to have this talk. Like, I am doing these one-on-one trips with my kids right now, right?
Mm-hmm.
And when I first introduced, the first kid I took was my daughter. She's the oldest kid.
Right.
Rare this day. My other two boys saw it and they were like, their hearts broke into pieces. My youngest son was mad. He was like, I hate this family. Like, I hate everything. This is terrible. His envy and seeing, like, he couldn't take, he felt there was nothing we said or did to say you are rejected.
Right.
But him seeing someone else get something that he didn't get changed a good meal to him feeling I've been rejected.
Yeah.
I'm not going to tell my kid's story on this podcast, but my kids have a story.
Yeah.
Then, recently, I just told my oldest son, who's the second oldest, about his trip. This time, my younger son didn't get mad, but he just sobbed in his room. And he said, I hate being little. Because he had tied, he's like, this is what you get when you're little.
When you're little.
He had tied his position to the blessing rather than his connection. And here's what he said, and he was in tears, he was talking to mama. He wasn't talking to me. He was talking to mama in the room sobbing, and he said, maybe one day, if daddy ever decides to take me on a trip, maybe he'll take me to a football game. What he didn't know is daddy has already bought football tickets. And as soon as I get home from the trip with his brother, I'm going to tell him about
his trip
with the football tickets and also 2 baseball games.
Wow.
His tie to the blessing were not based on his position, but on his connection. And sometimes we can't always see what God has for us in the moment. And so even sometimes things seem harder than they are because of the prisoner that we are to the moment that we're in and the circumstance that we're in.
Yes.
Rather than to the connection that we have with the Father.
Yes, and here's the thing. One of the reasons I love that metaphor too is there's a few things going on, right? There's your children have a certain level of maturity, and their level of maturity makes it hard for them to see past the moment. The more mature they become, the farther out we hope that they're able to see. Same thing with adults. But you as their father are able to see much farther than they have, and you have already prepared what they have. And even when they're hurt, you're like, I get that. You may feel a certain way about it, but you're like, I get where you're at, and I know it's coming. And this is what I love about God, There's a beautiful line in the song called Jireh by Maverick City where it says, I'll never be more loved than I am right now. I wasn't holding you up, so there's nothing I could do to let you down.
Yeah.
When we're in those moments where we're a prisoner to our own insecurity, to our own immaturity, to our own moment and timeline, God is not disappointed by our lack of maturity. Rather, he is still preparing. Like, he is still preparing the next. He's like, well, you don't know what's coming, but I'm actually still preparing it. And I'm going to deal with you right now where you are in this moment.
A part of that preparing, though, also is me saying, I got to let him sit in his place.
Yep.
Because if he won't learn the lesson if I do it. The other part that he has that's a blessing is this. So this morning, because of our schedules, we have somebody that helps gets the kids to school in the morning and picks them up after school kind of deal. And he asked Miss Sherry, do you believe my daddy might ever take me on a trip? And she already knows, right? And she said, maybe, but you just got to be patient. The blessing is that my kids have a community of people around them that are speaking into their lives in a way that point them back to the connection.
Yeah.
More than the circumstances and situations that they sit in.
I know we're preaching today.
And so my kids have these people around them that love them and care for them enough to say, you need to trust your father's love for you. And your father has this great love for you. And continually point back to that.
God dang.
To help my kids when they're in their hopeless moments. Because even though I love them because of where they're at in their maturity, they're not hearing love in my voice or my actions. Even though they know it's there. And so they having to have some other voices re-emphasize that love and trust.
So I love how starting out this conversation, it's like, ooh, that's the situation in which you have to endure some things that would shake your love or your faith in that love and connection. Seems like a bad thing. But as we watch it through this other lens, it's like, it's necessary to deepen the connection, to strengthen the trust or the faith in what was already there. The source of the connection doesn't change. The source of the blessing coming from the connections don't change. They were always there. What changes as you go through the process is your faith and strength and connection in that source. Woo! All right, Jackie. We'll give you a pass this time.
We might let you stay in.
We are... Rocks dropping. Okay, man. But what do y'all think, man? Are you saying we should stone Jackie, or do you agree that there is a place for hardships in your life, and how has that played into your maturity and those that you've seen around you? We'd love to hear about it. Write us in the comments on YouTube or on Facebook, where we're building most of our community. There on Facebook, we try to respond to all the comments when we can. We'd love to see you comment, like, and subscribe, because that really helps us out in the algorithm helping us. You can help us too in other people's algorithm, and we really appreciate that. And we'll see y'all next week in the intersection.